Alright, if you are watching this video, then you should be an aspiring data scientist. In this video, we will see the top 5 data science skills which is most demanded by the industries like analytics firms, Flipkart, Google, Facebook, like that. I am Vishnu and welcome to my YouTube channel. The first one to note here is Python. So even if you are a beginner in the field of data science or even a kind of expert, Python will be the go-to programming language and writing codes in data science. The second one is structured query language or SQL. So why should you learn SQL along with learning Python? The answer is that when you join some data science firms or analytics firms, there will be a huge chunk of data in the database servers. So if you know SQL, you can easily pull the data from the servers to your Python platform where you can use data science or do analytics on top of it. The third thing that you should know is about ML or DL libraries. These libraries will help you to reach or fast charge your solutions, whereby you can build your ML models very easily. So the libraries like sklearn, scikit-learn, StatModel, TensorFlow for deep learning, PyTorch. These libraries provide you great APIs whereby you can bring down the number of codes or bugs involved within your system. So getting a good hands-on grip in these libraries is a kind of must now for data science engineers. The fourth one is about model deployment. This one is more towards DevOps side of software engineering. So you will ask, why should you learn as a data scientist about DevOps? The reason is that once you make an ML model, the next obvious step is to deploy it. So to deploy this model, you should know about DevOps. For example, if you know about Docker or if you know about Flask, this will help you in scaling up your product and also to help you work with your colleagues, your team engineers, or an IT team. You can be a part of software engineering, even being a data scientist. So this will come in very handy in the coming future years. The last one is less towards technicality or mathematics principle. It is more towards how you present your data to your clients or the insights to your clients, your managers, or whomever you are reporting to. This one is one of the most useful skill sets when coming to data science. For example, if you can be a great storyteller, you can present your insights to your clients in a great fashion and you can convince others about how the model you build or the product you build with AI or machine learning is useful for the other people or the clients. Now we will see the details in the remaining video, so stay tuned. All right. So the first one is about Python, and we will see here why Python is highly useful for data science. The main reason is that it is one of the best human readable language which can be easily learned by in a beginner level to an expert level. So if you see here, you can get all amounts of informations about Python and how it is super useful to do your data analytics or data science problems. And this can be again used for multiple purposes like web development, GUI development, scientific and numeric computation like SciPy, Pandas, and also for data science. And we have enough number of ML libraries which are pre-built towards Python, and it's always open source. So you can always go and learn about Python when you need to be. The second one is MySQL. The reason you should learn MySQL is very clear from even the web page itself. The reason is that it provides you kind of database service which is highly trustworthy and useful, and this will help you to get the data from many multiple sources, like data from IoT devices, or data from social media, or data from website metrics. Anything can be taken towards a data warehouse, and you can pull the data even for real time analytics, and then you can import the data towards your own Python engine to do analytics. Now, coming to the third one, it is more about ML libraries. So, which are the most useful ML libraries and deep learning libraries? For example, TensorFlow is one of the most useful libraries for using deep learning. And if you take again Keras, it is also for deep learning. Thean is also for deep learning. But when you come to scikit-learn, you can easily use these libraries where you can get decision tree models or ensemble learning, and this will be useful to learn you for machine learning. And you can get more libraries to learn like NumPy, which is highly efficient in doing arithmetic operations in arrays, tensors, and multiple purposes. And then there's of course pandas. So what is the heavy usage of panda is to manage your data frame. Once you get all kind of data to your platform, this pandas and NumPy can do all the heavy lifting for you in the data science domain. So these libraries is a kind of mandatory to be known as a data scientist. And why you should know Seaborn library? This library comes where you can have great visualizations, charts, plots, pie charts, pivot tables. All the things can be brought to that notebook using the Seaborn libraries. Then, as I spoke, the next phase is about deploying the models. So once you prepare this model using ML libraries, the next step is how can you deploy these models towards a system, a kind of IT system which includes DevOps and software engineering. You can either do this in your own local machine, local PC, but it is always advisable to go for a cloud system like AWS, Azure, like that. So I suggest watching this video to have a good understanding how cloud works and how you can deploy things properly in the cloud, your ML models or deep learning models. To do this, the best thing to learn is about Docker. So why Docker? Especially the reason is that all the packages you use in building the model, like the pip installations, also that pickle file, JSON file, this all can be wrapped up in a single virtual OS, and this can be packaged to the cloud where a user can put a server, a request, and get a response from the ML model you built. And this will help you to work with the developers and DevOps team and ship your product. That's why understanding about Docker will provide you what I call a kind of supercharge your engineering capabilities in data science domain. The last but the most what you call the important skill set is data visualizations. So why this is kind of underlooked? The reason is that this is not a kind of skill sets which can be taught or which can be backed by mathematical principles. This is more towards how to visualize or be creative in presenting your insights or the data you hold or what you can do with your product to your management or to your clients. So the easiest way to start this one is having it look on Power BI. This is a great tool. I will suggest this one. And there's always a free trial where you can try it for free with your Gmail ID, and you will always get a public account to showcase you the dashboards you prepare. And these dashboards can always be connected towards the servers in the backend. So what data you keep there can always be shown in the front face. So these 5 skill sets, what I call from my experience, like Python, MySQL, ML libraries, model deployment, and data visualizations. These 5 skill sets will take you long forward in the coming year. And if there is any doubt, you can drop in the comments. So see you soon till my next video. Keep following and keep subscribed. Thank you.